Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video. It's been quite a while. I hope you've been doing great. I hope you're okay. Now let's get to the nether because we have a lot of things to do today. The plan for today is to go to a new ocean monument because the last one was under an iceberg and I thought it would cause more problems than the ones it would solve. So this new ocean monument is on a warm ocean. And once we're done with this, we're going to start working on the second room for our base. So let's finish with this quickly and get ready with the next room. As you know me, I don't like to rush videos, but this time it's a special occasion because I have a lot of things to do on the new Utopia series. So we have to go fast this time. Now that we are done with the monument, let's go back to our base. Alright, so the next room for our base. Where will it be? It will be in here. And what would this room be? What would be its purpose? Well, it will be the room for our smelting system. I designed this room a while ago, so it's ready to be built, but it will be substantially large. So we will need to dig up a big area for it in this cave. Right now my mind is thinking faster than what my brain can process. So I'm a little bit silent here. Allow me to mine a little bit in silence and then I'll start talking like usual. Okay, so now we have to go 5 blocks like this. And we have to go 9 down with slabs. Now let's keep making this staircase. Okay, now that we got this, we have to go 40 blocks forward. So if you look at this, this will be like the entrance, and this will be all a hallway towards like a main area over there. And then the portal will have its own hallway and the both will meet like in a U shape. You know, I really want to make this episode, but I'm really stressed for some reason, or maybe anxious or restless. I don't know what's going on my mind. Only thing I know is that my brain isn't braining basically. Like I'm doing this and I'm liking what I'm doing. But at the same time, it's like, are we making it wrong? Well, it's not that I'm making it wrong. I need to find a way to explain it that makes sense. Also, at some point, I should make this be 5 blocks wide, I think. Okay, yeah, as I was saying, my brain is trying to be really pessimistic about it. And on top of that, there is a lot of other things going on. And I laughed at myself because you really have to be transparent about it. Like, not transparent, you have to be vulnerable about it. Because it's not easy to express what you're feeling with words while you're thinking about them. Like when they come in this kind of unpackaged way. Maybe that's what this episode will be about, like mental health. I don't know, but it could be like about mental health and your inner monologue talking about things you do. Okay, this is a good unscripted flow of things. So yeah, let's start again, but a little bit more streamlined or making more sense of the words he said. Okay, for starters, I was talking that I'm liking what I'm doing, I'm liking this build, but part of me is being really pessimistic about it. Okay, that's the context on how we reached to this place. Okay, and then I said that you have to be really vulnerable, expressing what you are thinking, because for you in your brain, that's just another Tuesday for you. But when you try to word the things that are happening, that's a whole other deal. It's not that easy to express what your brain is trying to say. Like you understand it, because of course it's part of you. But when you try to express why you think something and why you feel you think something, it gets a little tricky. I mean, that's why psychology and talking your problems to a friend or a therapist helps so much. Not really because they give you like a magic answer. I don't know what I'm doing in here. Not because they give you a magic answer to solve your problems or anything like that, but you give your brain some kind of breathing room for you to see that, oh, okay, the things I'm thinking make no sense at all. Or maybe they make sense, but they are unjustified. I need to take a break and look at the structure I made because I forgot how the walls are made. I know once I get the pattern going, it will be easy, but I don't remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, what were we saying? We were talking about mental health and something about that. I wish I had like a Twitch chat and talk and ask where did we left and someone would be able to answer. But sadly we don't have that, so let's just wait until it comes back around in my mind. Oh yeah, we were talking about how talking to therapists or friends or anyone can help you sometimes to deal with the inner monologue in your head, because sometimes those thoughts look like they are a huge deal on your brain, but once you talk about them with someone, even if they don't ask you like what do you think about it, do you think that makes sense or anything, it comes down to you like, oh, okay, that thing I was thinking about isn't real, that thing doesn't make much sense, or maybe that thing is actually real, but it's way out of proportions. But yeah, just a while ago, I was struggling with this thing specifically. I'm someone who cares or worries. I think worry is the better word. That worries too much about their future. And I don't know how was it that I got to that conclusion, but days ago I was thinking that my future was basically doomed because I wouldn't have enough time to do the things I like, plus have a real stable job altogether. I would start making math with the time, like calculating how much hours of work, how much hours between going from home to my work. Or if I thought of a scenario where I was working freelance, I would think like how much of my day would I put to working on that? Because with freelance, of course, you have to manage your own time, which for some people it's a blessing, and for me I think it's also a blessing. But there's also the fact that you have to know how to disconnect yourself from your work. Because if you don't do it, then, well, it happens with game development, for example, that you want to make everything be as polished as you have it in your mind. And that's not a bad idea, that's good, but that can quickly turn out to be something negative if you don't know how to manage it. Because everything looks way better in your head than it looks like in real life. When it comes to art and coding, basically, not everything, absolutely everything, because usually your brain is lying to you. But yeah, I mean, if you overthink a lot the way I overthink on my daily, then yes, your brain is lying to you a lot. But away from that, usually the things in your brain are way better than what they could be in real life. Again, when it comes to art, and it's not something that translates to other areas of life. So yeah, you will spend a long time trying to optimize your game, to add features, add whatever you want, and in the end you won't ever finish it because more bugs will keep coming and more things will keep happening, so it's an endless loop. Coming back to what we were talking about, I was worrying about my future, and my thoughts about it were getting worse and worse and worse, to that point that, you know, you start feeling bad, like sick. Well, I was like that, and then at some point it was like, all right, stop. And he stopped. And then I asked myself, do you think things are this complicated? And my initial answer was yeah. Like, I was making the whole math in my brain. I was trying to find solutions, but everything seemed like it was a hell of a future. So my answer was yes. But then I reminded myself that, first of all, I can't control every single variable. So even if I thought of everything, there are still lots of things that would go opposite to what I'm thinking of. And not just that, but two other things. One, life it's not all or nothing. So you can still do a bunch of things and like you can still have a job and have your hobbies. Not always is the case. I know there are some people in some different countries that have to be like 14 hours at work and some even sleeping there. But yeah, like most of the time, that's the way to say it. Most of the time, it's not all or nothing. But the second, it's that sacrifices must be made, though they don't have to be big sacrifices. Like for example, let's say something exaggerated. I play video games for like 8 hours. For some, maybe that's not even exaggerating. That's their normal. But yeah, let's say I played for 8 hours. Maybe a sacrifice would be playing for six and using those 2 hours to go from home to work and work from home. So yeah, when it comes to sacrifices, it doesn't always mean like your life will be ruined or things won't be as you want them to be. It just means that you have to adapt. And thankfully for you, or at least thankfully for me, because I was overthinking as I told you, that's something I know really well, that humans are always adapting for everything. Once I told myself that we adapt and that the world is not lost for me, like my future is not over, then it felt a little bit better. No! I like the fact that it said this series is like a safe zone, and then I went and proved it by talking about this sort of things. Because if we go back around to the same topic, I really struggle making myself believe that the things I do are actually the way I tell myself they are. And when I say that this is a safe place, maybe I actually mean it, but there will be a part of me that will be saying like, yeah, you just say that just for the video and whatever. But you have to be really transparent and open up to talk about all I've been talking so far. So that's proof to myself, at the very least, that this is actually a safe place. And while I'll talk about this as a safe place for myself, I would also like if you also consider this place a safe place for yourself, which I'm aware there is not a huge community on my channel, but be sure that if you also want to open up with something, go ahead and do it. Of course, keep it polite and keep it like family friendly, because I know some emotions can be a little harsh and we might not have the perfect types of words to describe them without swearing too much. So try to place like some sort of container to whatever you say. Also, please don't talk about politics or anything like that. What did I do there that I didn't do here? Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. So I finally know where the zombies come from. That's good. Let's try to go outside a little bit. By the way, if you didn't know, that cave was connected to this one. So yeah. Welcome to my world if you didn't know about that. I actually travel a lot through my world, but I never show it. Maybe as a change of topic from all the gloom and gloom we were talking down there, it's a good time to show you about my future plans for the next few episodes. Let's get to the mangrove tree. because it is exactly where I come when I start thinking about plans for the world. So this staircase is literally made by me coming a few times already. Okay, so the baobab tree for the iron farm, that's still on foot. I don't know when will I make it, but I will make it. Maybe when the new wood type comes out, because it matches the holy words please come out of my mouth. It matches the pale oak wood, so maybe I will use a mix of those two to make it. Okay, so my plans for this area are like this. Since I made that bridge over there connecting to the desert, and then I made that bridge over there connecting to that forest over there, I'm thinking that I could make like another bridge to this side and another to that side. And if you look closely to the biomes around me, well, there's a taiga over there, a jungle, and then there's a mountain and some more forest. Well, I'm thinking that rather than planting all my trees in here whenever I need them, I could make like individual places with the individual types of wood, which is something you might see on the next Topia video I will release. We made some kind of yard and place all types of tree in there. If you ask me what came first, my idea or the thing in Topia, it was my idea first. But the Topia thing got executed faster. I'm planning to make this be pale oak. Then a little bit over here will be dark oak. I'm planning to make that mountain be cherry blossom. Then a big chunk of this will be spruce, because it's the wood I use the most, as you can see over there. There's a lot of spruce trees. Then jungle wood. I'm thinking of leaving mangrove in this main island. And then, of course, we have oak, birch over here, because if you see, there are more birch trees than oak in this side. And then, of course, over there, we would have acacia trees. And then if the new wood comes out, then we would find a place to add that other wood, which I'm thinking it would be right next to the acacia, because orange log and orange leaves would match quite well. Then over this section over here, I'm planning to extend the sand and the desert a little bit for this area over here. Not much, but I want to extend it a bit. And I think I said it before, but I want to make a sphinx in here. And then creativity got to me, and I know what I want to make for this staircase, which is still a work in process in my brain, so I won't give too many details. Okay, so that's the plan for the future videos. I don't know how am I doing with time, but since there's still a big section of this to go, I think I'll build it on my own and then show the result later. Actually, it turns out I don't have any time at all, so I will have to continue this on my own, and you will see it finished either on the next episode or in a post I will make. I'm sorry it had to end like this, but that's something I need to learn, and that is learn how to make lengthy projects fit in the length of time that I give to each episode. But yeah, sadly, this is the end for this one. I hope you like it, or at the very least, I hope your await for an episode of this series is finally over for you, at least until the next time, which I hope it's less than... How much was it that I didn't upload this series? I think it was like 4 weeks. Yeah, I hope next time it won't be 4 weeks and it's the usual 2, or maybe earlier, depending on my mood. But yeah, that's all for today. Hope you like it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Oh, by the way, between this and next episode, I will make the second floor of this, because as I said, when I make this storage, it will last for at least 1 or 2 months, and that's exactly what it lasts. Like, I think it was 1 month and a half, and then it got full.